In this video, I'm going to break down the best practices to improve as a sports videographer. And the first two ideas kind of go together, that is positioning and anticipation. First, let's talk about positioning. Positioning is where you're standing or sitting at the game. The people that are getting the best shots are the people that already know where the play is coming. Now, I'm not saying you need to know every formation and every single play that a team's going to run, but how you position yourself on the field is super important. For starters, I think it's super important to always have the action coming towards you. I think that's the easiest way to get some of the best shots is if you're already in the end zone knowing that that team is coming towards the end zone. Or for basketball, if you're sitting under the basket where the teams are coming, you're gonna get the best looking shots. Now you can get creative and shoot from the sidelines and from the stands, but I don't think that is where you're gonna get the absolute best shots. It's where you're gonna get more creative. But if you're looking for the best shots, your positioning matters the most. Real quick, if you guys learn anything, please like and subscribe, and I have a whole bunch of other sports videography tutorials on my page. Not only is it important to position yourself where the action is coming, but where the lighting is hitting is super important. What I like to do when I'm able is lighting the subject or a player with the sun instead of shooting towards the sun. This is how you get some really cinematic looking shots because you don't have that backlight in the backgrounds. So if you can position yourself so you're not shooting towards the sun, that's gonna make your videos look so much more cinematic. And then tying into the second part of positioning is the anticipation. When I mean anticipation, I mean you have to know where the play might go. One way you can do this is you can read the quarterback's eyes if he's stepping back to pass and who he's looking at and knowing that he's about to throw. That's the easiest way to get some super smooth ball tracking is just anticipate that it's coming, because if you try and react to it super quick, it's not gonna look super smooth. Same goes for basketball or soccer. If you can tell that somebody's about to shoot, anticipate that. Be ready for where the ball is gonna go. I think it helps that the more you get used to filming the sport, the better you're gonna be at that sport. Real quick to interrupt the video, I just wanted to talk about when I started as a videographer, I really struggled with how to improve. Well, now that I'm kind of further along in my field, I wanted to provide something that other videographers can take. Down in the description, if you go to the presets, you will notice that I have LUTs and sound effects. I have 6 different LUTs that you can download. Those are all LUTs that I've used in every single one of my videos and LUTs that I'm going to continue to use forever. The grades that it produces are so beautiful, so cinematic, and I absolutely love them. I know a bunch of creators that go online and they sell these digital products and they will never use the stuff that they sell. Well, the stuff that I'm selling is stuff that you're seeing in every single video. I use these all the time. In every single video that I have made, in every single video that I will continue to make, I'm going to use these LUTs or a version of these LUTs. And as I continue to grow, I'm going to keep providing things for other videographers to take. The other thing that you're going to see is the sound effects. The sound effects have helped me out so much as a creator. They give me so much more creative freedom to make an effect look and sound real.
Let's go!
One area where I know I for sure lacked when I started, and one area where I know a bunch of other people are lacking, is the sound effects and the sound design. So I have 15 gigabytes of sound effects that are down in the description. That's over 1,000 sound effects from a bunch of different sports, a bunch of different packs that I found, and these are the sound effects that you're gonna need for every single creative video that you make. Like I mentioned, you can find that link down in the description, and these are seriously things that I use all the time, and when I started out, I wish I had something like this, and now I'm providing that to you guys. Now, let's jump right back into the video. Now that you're standing in the right spot and ready for the action to come to you, camera movement is super important. I know there's a bunch of creators that know exactly where to sit and stand, but when I watch their video, it's just super shaky and you just can't keep up with the action. I actually just recently made a whole video on how to improve your shaky footage. You can check that out. But to sum it up, I think every move needs to be intentional. Don't just move just because you think you need to. Everything needs to be intentional when you're moving your camera. And then I think it's also super helpful to rig out your camera, add some weight. It's gonna make your stuff look a lot less shaky and a lot more smooth. But like I said, you can check out that whole video on my page. Then there's other ways to improve that don't involve the field or necessarily holding a camera. One thing that I always do is I make sure to look through all of my clips and kind of review my game and see how I shot it. I look at my best shots, my worst shots, and I just see what went wrong. Where could I have improved? And was I in the wrong spot? Did I not follow the ball properly? Or what went wrong so I can improve in the next time that I cover that event? And then another way to improve the quickest is to stop obsessing over gear. Because I know that buying gear is fun, but learning your current gear isn't fun. It's a lot easier just to step up, get the better gear instead of learning the current gear that you have right now. And I think it's kind of ironic that I talked about all these steps on how to improve, and not one of them was get a better piece of camera. It's kind of your knowledge that helps you grow as a videographer. It's about positioning and anticipation and just knowing the sport instead of buying the best gear that's available. When I started out, I started with a kind of crappy camera, and then I regret buying my FX3 that I have now, because when I bought it, I didn't understand anything about what this camera could do. I just bought it. And so for the first 2 years that I had this camera, it wasn't looking as it should, and I regret that. So learning with the gear that you have is super important. And then for my final one, I wish somebody would have told me this sooner, and that stop trying to impress other videographers. I used to walk around with this high ego and just like think that I'm better than everyone else, and I have a better rig than everyone else, and my stuff's gonna look a lot better than theirs. And it just shouldn't be that way. I think at the end of the day, you should be friends with everybody on the sidelines. You should want to interact with those people. Those aren't your competitors. Those are going to be people that could possibly be your mentors and that help you along the way. I think the only person that you're trying to impress is yourself. If you made yourself happy, then perfect. You did your job. And then one bonus tip is I think you shouldn't wait until you're ready. This is the best field that I think you can get into. I love this career, and if you're just waiting until the right time, you're too late. To sum it up, if you're taking one thing away from this video, don't go out and buy the best camera you can right now. Learning and understanding your current camera and the sport that you're shooting and where to stand and sit and how to shoot it, you're gonna improve way quicker than just buying the best piece of gear that you can. If you guys did enjoy this video, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.